Hey guys, welcome to Children of the Watch. It's Alex here, and I just watched Star Wars Visions, The Twins, so I'm here to give you my spoiler reaction and some theories about the show, even though it's not canon. So that is something that you probably should know. If you don't know, is that none of Star Wars Visions is considered canon, though I wish some of them were, and hopefully some of those ideas will start to make their way into canon. But we're here to talk about the twins because I just watched it and I want to give you my thoughts on it. And we would love to hear what your thoughts are below down in the comments. So make sure you comment and like this video so we can know what you think about the twins. But if I'm being honest with you, this episode didn't really do it for me. I thought there was some really good ideas in this episode, but the animation style, number one, really wasn't for me. But the story was kind of out there. It was very anime. It leaned more into the anime than I think that it did Star Wars. And I'm probably going to bring this up in every video that I do now because The Ninth Jedi is my favorite of these so far. And I think The Ninth Jedi really captured what it means to be Star Wars, but also it leans into its anime roots. I feel like this one leans so far into its anime roots, it kind of abandoned Star Wars at some points. But there are some really good ideas in this episode that I really, really like, that I hope that it starts to trickle into Star Wars in some way. Number one, the idea that the armor is powered by kyber crystals. I really like that idea. I think there could be something there, especially with the Darth Vader type armor, where it's almost like there's some sort of energy being channeled through the armor to encase you in the dark side. That there is something to that idea that is very appealing, that I could see working in a live action movie or TV show or even an animated series. There's something there that I think that hopefully Star Wars creators will start to explore, because I really enjoy that thought process of, okay, kyber crystals don't have to just power a lightsaber or a giant Death Star. It could even be armor. And so there's a cool element to that. But there was a good idea in the story too of the twins who were raised in the dark side to be like these dark side warriors. And you get Neil Patrick Harris. He is voicing Kare, I believe his name is, and Alison Brie is voicing Am, who is his twin sister. And they even had these like Star Destroyers with a hyper cannon in the middle. You know, it's a very Star Wars thing to have super weapons, so I'm not like against that idea. Maybe the design could be a little bit better for me, but like, I mean, we saw stuff like that in the old EU all the time, where, you know, I would not be surprised to read a book in the old EU where you have two Star Destroyers and then basically a Death Star cannon in the middle of it. But I liked the idea that Kare was having second thoughts. He was turning to the light side. Obviously, this doesn't take place in canon, like we said. We don't really know when this would take place. It kind of seems around the time of Rise of Skywalker. It's almost to me like what Marvel is doing with the what if stuff. Like, this is what if, you know, Rey and Kylo Ren were not involved in the sequel trilogy, but like maybe a sequel trilogy around these two characters. It's kind of like around that same time frame in my mind. And you even see them when they're younger, when they're being grown. It's almost like the same cloner type dark side users that we see in Palpatine's place in Rise of Skywalker. So, I mean, it does seem like it was inspired a lot by Rise of Skywalker. But again, you shouldn't really worry too much when this takes place because it's not canon anyways. I saw someone make the comment, I believe on Twitter, and I wish I could give them credit, but they had said like this, I could see this being a story where like people in the New Republic or the Empire kind of tell this story as like a folktale type thing. And I could totally see something like that happening. But I do like the idea of, you know, two twins in battle with one another. I wish that we could see that more in Star Wars, because we had Luke and Leia, but, you know, they were on the same side. It would be interesting to see twins in conflict with one another. So I thought that was a good idea. the end when they're fighting in space with no suit, no protection. They're just breathing. Their hair is blowing like the wind is going. That's very anime. It's, I mean, Star Wars doesn't lean into science anyways. It's very space opera. There's sound in space, explosions in space. So, I mean, it's not that far fetched until they do the hyperspace, like he's turned upside down and slashes through the kyber crystal with hyperspace. I thought that was pretty cool, but you need to take that with a grain of salt. It was almost kind of comical, like when the droid comes to save the sister, he is wearing a helmet, like he needs to breathe. So it's almost like I feel like the creators kind of knew, like, hey, don't take this seriously. It's just something fun for you to enjoy. So if you enjoyed it, that's awesome. Wasn't really my cup of tea, but I thought there were some really cool ideas in there that I hope they expand upon in actual Star Wars canon one day. But again, we want to know what you guys think. So tell us in the comments below. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to Children of the Watch. And make sure you're tuning in on Friday of this week because we're going to do a Book of Boba Fett prediction show. We had people call into our voicemail hotline and our Patreon. We got some cool theories, and we're going to share our thoughts and theories about what's going to happen on the Book of Boba Fett as well. So make sure you check that out on Friday. Be looking for it. Subscribe so you don't miss that episode. Peace out, guys.